There was a time above, a time before. There were perfect things, diamond absolutes. But things fall. And what falls is fallen. In the dream, they brought me to the light. A beautiful lie.
Welcome to The Rock is Real. My name is Dakota,
And I'm Damon.
and we are doing our Justice League Snyder Cut review.
Yes.
We just watched it.
Yep. It was 4 hours long, as we all know.
Yes.
Stayed up till 2.
Mm,
It is now past 6.
Yeah.
Don't give a shit.
not really, no.
I was not going to miss the movie
No, not
for
at
the
all.
world. Because I like Zack Snyder.
Me as well. This has made me a fan.
So this is the movie. Has it won you over on Zack Snyder?
I already enjoyed his movies, but now I like him even more. I thought he was good before. I just thought he was good. I didn't necessarily love him or like him, I guess, but now I can say that I'm a fan and I like him.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I was there before this movie, but this was just bigger than anything he's done.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
just the
definitely,
whole
definitely
thing surrounding this movie, just everything that,
led up to it.
yeah. And I mean, I'll tell you
Internet,
this right now,
everything.
without spoiling anything. Having seen this movie, I'm happy because the movie's out.
Yeah.
And you can watch it. And I'm happy for Zach and his family.
Mhm.
I'm happy for the cast because
Definitely.
I mean I'm happy for everyone who is involved with the movie.
Yeah, I agree.
But I'm also kind of sad that we couldn't just have this movie the first time.
Yeah.
I mean, I know they wouldn't have sent a 4-hour movie to the theaters, but
For me, it's not that big of a deal because I didn't see the movies when they came out, so I didn't
yeah.
have that want for
Yeah.
it. But
I mean, like I'm just thinking of what would have maybe happened had this movie just been able to be made then and where we would be now. But I mean, that doesn't really matter anymore.
no, not at all.
Overall, without spoiling anything yet, because we're gonna spoil stuff, just not
Yeah.
yet.
Yeah.
How did you feel about the movie? Like, just give me your general thoughts.
I will say this. I think it might be my second favorite movie I've ever watched. Behind the Dark Knight.
Seriously?
I can say that.
Your second favorite movie that you've ever watched?
Yes, ever.
Wow.
In the history.
Wow.
of anything.
You've seen some goddamn good
I don't know
movies.
I don't even know what my second favorite movie was before. I think my second favorite was probably Django Unchained.
You must
I
have
don't know.
reevaluated your...
Dude, I don't know. There's so many goddamn good movies that I've seen, especially recently, that I
Yeah.
just can't count anymore.
I don't even know. It's so hard for me to rank movies, like my favorite movies. It's really hard for me to do. I don't do it with music either.
Well, the only one I know for sure is The Dark Knight is still going to be my favorite. And
Yeah,
I think
I mean,
it forever will be.
I just think that every time I watch the ending of that movie, it just chills every single time. But, I mean, that's some high praise. I did not expect that at all, especially given it felt like you were middle of the road on the DC movies and Zack Snyder in general before we watched this movie.
I feel like that kind of helped in a way because it blew my expectations out of the water.
Yeah, it
I
was
didn't
epic.
expect that.
This movie is epic.
I did not expect it at all. It's just epic.
Like if you liked Man of Steel and you liked Batman versus Superman,
You
stop whatever you're doing if you have not seen the movie.
Yeah.
And just carve 4 hours of your life out.
Mm.
Just sit your ass there
Definitely.
and watch the whole. Just don't even move. Don't even blink. You don't have to blink. I mean, your eyes might hurt at some point, but you don't have to.
And if you haven't even seen Man of Steel or Batman versus Superman, go watch those goddamn movies so you can truly enjoy this movie to its fullest.
I mean, I don't think that those movies are without flaws. I
agree.
I really like them, but I'm not like, I understand why some people don't, Like I get it. I just think that for me, I don't think I'm necessarily approaching those movies the same way that some people who don't like them do. Like I'm just not looking at them through the same lens, really. Because
I would agree.
like for me,
well.
I don't look at movies in general from these movies in particular, comic book movies. I don't really look at them necessarily through the lens of the comics, and I know that a lot of people do. But for me, it's just about narrative and story and character. That's just my thing. And I mean, themes are really important to me because that's what I take away from a story.
That changes. That's different for me. I don't really care about the theme.
What's your major tick then? Like, what's your?
I would say just the
character.
The theme can be basic, but it just depends on how.
Well, most themes I would say are a basic idea.
Well, I know, but I'm saying yeah, you're right. If it just depends on how you develop the story, write the characters, write the story, everything, and if a movie is truly good, if you can do all of those things, and not I don't know how. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, it doesn't sound like much of a disagreement to me.
Well, there's just no, I'm not going to get into that right now. But yeah, I don't think we really disagree. Besides the fact that I think I might like this movie a little bit more than you do.
But I don't know, maybe. I mean, it's hard. It's always hard to judge that too. But and I'm gonna watch the movie again. I mean, I don't know exactly when I will, but just because it's really long. But and that's also not an issue with me. I know there's a lot of people that literally they just don't want to sit there and watch a 4-hour movie. But I mean, for me, that's not an issue. I don't.
Definitely not. I can sit down and play video games for 24 hours and I'll be fine.
Like for me, I can definitely watch a 4-hour movie. Like
I can watch probably a 6-hour movie, just depending on what.
Yeah, I mean, man. Well,
if a movie, it doesn't matter how long a movie is, as long as you have enough action and storytelling to get you through the movie, without it dragging or being boring at any parts.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I guess the big question is, where do you stand on Restore the Snyderverse after seeing his vision of Justice League?
I would say halfway through the movie, I started believing in it, and now I believe in it even more.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I agree with you, but for me, it was almost like going into it, I was almost on that boat just because. Yeah. I mean, I like Zack as a filmmaker. I want to
see what his full vision is for the whole.
Yeah, because I think he was gonna he had plans for 2 more Justice League movies. Yeah. I just am in his corner as a person. For me, just through all the stuff that he's gone through and his family's gone through. For me, it's just I want to see him just
succeed.
Yeah, I want to see him succeed.
I agree.
Get to do what he wanted to do. I mean, I know that that's a very sticky situation because, it was always a constant battle. And then, that relationship kind of soured. But, I mean, they did do this. So, I don't know. It all depends on how people feel.
Yeah.
I mean, the majority of people could just look at us and they'll be like, "You fucking fools."
I think they're the fools.
Yeah, I mean, this movie, if you want to talk about like comparatively to the 2017 movie, in terms of the characters,
It's not even close.
I
It's kind of sad.
yeah, like I didn't like I didn't like the 2017 movie in general, but I really didn't like the character, like any of them. Seriously.
The only one I really liked was Wonder Woman. But that's just because she's just been like
Yeah.
she didn't say anything too bad.
Yeah.
Or anything like that.
But this movie, it's just
it
everybody
completely changed my opinions.
All of their characters, just everything makes so much more sense.
Yeah.
And you grow with the characters in this movie throughout the 4-hour movie.
Definitely.
Like the characters, they're not the same as they were when the movie started. And that bullshit cell phone fucking scene from the beginning of the 2017 movie is not in this movie.
Yeah.
Thank God. I was hoping it wouldn't be. There were some things that were in that movie that I was like, please do not be in the Snyder Cut. Please do not be in the Snyder Cut. And none of them were. None of the things that I had in my head.
There was only one thing, but it some of the jokes in the first movie or the 2017 one, like now that I've thought about them, they're not as bad as I previously thought. Like sometimes if it's so corny, it's almost not corny anymore.
Are you talking about the Flash joke when he's got the pizza?
Hole.
Yeah. I mean,
because that joke wasn't bad enough to make me not like the movie, but they took wait until we stop doing fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know. I guess do you want to do we've got to do a rating.
We'll do a rating at the end. I have my rating.
Well, I think we should do a rating before we go into the spoilers. So that we
No, yeah, that's fair.
But are we completely done talking about the movie outside of spoilers? That's the thing. Oh, I have to say this. So for the 2017 movie, they also they cut the score and they brought in Danny Elfman to basically rework all the music and throw away the themes. And the themes are back in this movie, and I could not be happier. The Man of Steel music, especially for me, and of course Wonder Woman's music was more rocky. You had the guitar in it, like it was before. But one thing that I guess I can give a negative for, and I don't know if it was just because of the way that we watched it, but the action sequences were too quiet. Just because the music was too quiet and the action itself was a little too quiet.
Yeah.
So then it kind of, you don't get that full effect sometimes, I guess. And maybe it could have just been...
I think we didn't have it high enough.
I don't know. It could have just been our viewing experience.
Yeah, I think that's what it was, yeah.
But no, they brought the music back from the previous movies, and I was so happy because I love that music. And I didn't want to hear, the classic themes for the characters. These aren't the same. It's not the same, So I was very happy to see that. Mm-hmm. And just overall, I don't know how they, when Zack left, I don't know how they saw what he was doing and said, what the fuck is this? And then did what they did.
I feel bad for everybody involved.
Especially the actors. Ray Fisher?
Specifically Ray
Fisher. He got boned. The 2017 movie just completely
yeah. I would he said that he was not doing any more Warner Bros. Movies. Is that what he said?
I'm not sure. I know he called out Joss Whedon. I know that happened.
Yeah.
But
then the other director. Or not director. Was it a producer? I don't
probably.
remember.
I think I remember something like that being talked about.
He called out a bunch of fucking people.
Yeah.
I know that.
Oh, Jeff Johns was one of them. I know. Yeah. I mean, it's
a tragedy. It's honestly a
It's
very
bad
tragic.
for everybody. The 2017 Justice League movie is bad for everybody.
It's kind of controversial, the whole thing, if you kind of think about it.
What do you mean?
Like, just the fact that they didn't just delay the movie and wait for Snyder to finish all
but
of
I
his
mean, like the thing is, they were fighting him even before that happened.
Stuff, yeah.
So like,
It's just the fact that they didn't at least take his direction, and try to get his acceptance to do it with a different director, but the same, direction, general direction.
Yeah,
and it's just kind of sad,
it's
when the credits hit, I did shed a tear. I'll say that.
It was for Autumn. He dedicated it to his daughter.
And I'll say something else when we get to the spoils. But
I think we can probably go into them now.
Okay.
Great movie.
Amazing.
Oh no, we need to do the ratings.
Yeah.
That's going to be tough for me.
Wow.
Are we doing decimals?
Yeah.
We got to do decimals just because there's too many movies. I don't even know.
Mine's obvious. It's easy for me.
It's hard for me to do this.
There's only one thing that I didn't like about the movie, but it didn't make me not like the movie, if you know what I mean. Like, it's...
Yeah.
And I'm not going to even say it just because of what it is, but... Well, I'll say it because you could just edit out Amber Heard. That's the only reason.
Oh, yeah. I saw your ass wanted her to fucking die.
I was fucking happy. I was like, mocking her ass. Fuck it. I'll just say my rating. I give it a 10 out of 10.
Okay. But are we going off the scale where, like, you can never say a movie's better than that?
I can say something's equal, but I can't say that's better. Yeah.
Okay. That's an incredibly high.
I have many 10s.
That's incredibly high praise.
And they're all 10s for different reasons.
Yeah. I've yet to give a 10 to anything. But that's just because I have faith that I'll see something better. I'm definitely going to have to watch this again just because I still haven't completely processed and accepted everything that happened just because
we could probably watch it after we finish the other ones.
It all happened so fast. But I mean, I really loved this movie. Yeah. My highest ever is a 9.6. I adjusted it to a 9.6. This is hard. I definitely like this better than any of the other DCEU movies that I've seen.
Yeah.
And I like Man of Steel and Batman vs. Superman, but this is definitely better than those.
Mm-hmm.
For now, tentative rating, I will go 9.3.
Okay.
9.3.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I'm not fine with yours either.
I don't think I've come across a movie
Polarizing?
so big in scale.
Oh, yeah. Same thing, but
I mean, other than like Endgame, Endgame and even Infinity War, like they're huge scale-wise. But like that and like the Lord of the Rings are like the only things that I can think of that are like this big. So it's really hard for me to even put a score on it. And it's so unique, Like the structure of the movie is very, like it's way out of left field from what you would expect.
The chapters, the acts.
And just all of it. It's so unique.
Or how they called it, I forget already.
I'm going to have to watch it again before I really solidify it, but I will go 9.5.
As of now, it's a 10 for me.
I'll go 9.5.
I'm not going to solidify it until I at least watch it 3 times.
Yeah.
Or 2 more times, whatever. So, yeah.
Yeah, 9.5. Fuck it. I'll go with that for now. This was amazing. Watch that. You if you like, if you have a soul, watch this movie.
If you like film, watch the movie.
Like,
If you don't like film, watch the fucking movie. Watch the fucking movie.
yeah. All right. We can head into spoils now. And there's 4 hours worth of
You're guys gonna have to put a fucking disclaimer.
spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Okay. I don't even know where to start. So much happened. It was such a big movie that
We're gonna have to probably do what we usually do and just skip around.
yeah, I don't think it's possible for us to go in order.
Unless we did notes consistently.
How about we just do this? Who is your favorite character in the movie? Just to
I know who my least favorite is.
your least favorite, like you didn't like them, or just like
I love all of them. But
okay,
he's my least favorite. I would say Aquaman. Even though out of all the characters, I feel like I'm Aquaman the most out of all of them.
yeah, I would agree with
A
that.
little bit of Cyborg when he's like, fuck the world, all that stuff. I would do
Yeah,
that.
he's gonna
point.
team up with Taz.
Even though I kind of think, for the most part, that would happen to Tyrese. But the car crash and all that stuff, I feel like that would
That could
to him.
happen to Tyrese, and then Tyrese would be like, "What the fuck? I'm pissed."
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I could see you doing that. But yeah, I would say my least favorite is Aquaman.
Who was your favorite?
I would say my favorite was Cyborg.
Oh, Cyborg gets,
Especially because adding in all the bullshit that Ray Fisher had to go through.
yeah.
And
I
then
mean,
this movie kind of redeeming.
Oh, yeah,
that.
I mean, for sure. Like Cyborg he's the crux of it. Like again, we're in spoilers now. He was basically born of the mother box. So
Yeah.
like, he has the most to do with what happens.
Him and Superman were the only ones
yeah.
that could. Well, Flash saved their asses, but
yeah. I mean, everybody served their purpose.
exactly.
Like this guy right here.
Nobody did.
This guy, I love this guy.
Nobody did nothing. Even
Yeah.
Lois Lane had a big part, and she wasn't.
I think she's going to have an even bigger part in the future.
I mean, in reality, she has a huge part because she's obviously the key to Superman,
Yeah. She's his world.
like they say. Yeah.
Man. I mean, the thing that I feel that I might be the most happy with this movie, at least one of them,
I know what mine is.
like, so the 2017 movie, I felt so upset of what they did to Batman. And this movie, I feel like it does so much better for the character of Batman after what happened in Batman versus Superman. I feel like it does so much more justice to the character, like he doesn't say that stupid
Fully
fucking
intended.
line.
Yeah.
He doesn't say the line, something's definitely bleeding. That was my number one. Like if I was like, all right, I'm very excited for this movie, and I don't think it's going to be in the movie, but if Zach puts, yep, something's definitely bleeding in the movie, I'm going to be upset.
Yeah.
And
I would agree.
And I like this character, but that's not the same character. That's not the same guy.
No.
And it wasn't in the movie. I was very happy about that. I liked how he was more serious in this because that's what he was in Batman versus Superman. And I mean, I know like in Batman versus Superman, by the end, he does understand that he made a mistake, and then he goes to form the League.
Mm-hmm.
And this is...
I know what my...
We never have to watch Justice League 2017 again. We never have to watch it again.
Honestly, Zack Snyder might be one of my favorites.
He's one of my
a savior.
favorites. I mean, I don't think he's the best that I've ever seen, but he's one of my favorites. I really like him. I just think he's a cool guy from what I've seen of him too.
Yeah.
Like I would love to just has him on the channel. He'd probably do it if we found a way to talk to him. Probably do it. He'd be cracked.
That ain't happening.
You're right.
I think my favorite change is my favorite change is the Flash and Steppenwolf. They were garbage in 2017. Steppenwolf was so uncool.
Oh, yeah, he
and
wasn't
now he's
compelling. He wasn't a
badass.
compelling villain.
He was fucking amazing.
Yeah, he was really good.
And the Flash was boring. He was stupid. And he was
I think
unfunny.
Because all the other characters got such an upgrade, Flash felt better. You know what I mean? Like it's
especially when you get introduced to him when he saves the woman.
Yeah, like when I was watching
it
at first, I was like, okay, this is a little weird, just because, just the way that he was moving, it was just it was weird, like to start, but like after that, I was better with it. It was just that very first.
It takes a while, but he grows on you.
Yeah, I mean,
especially at the end.
But yeah, he's like the major jokester of the movie. And we see the outfit at the end of the movie. They definitely sent him back in time in Batman vs. Superman to warn Batman about Lois.
Yeah.
And I think they're going to have to send him back again.
Probably.
Because when they sent him back then, it did not work. Obviously. So I think Lois gets killed. I don't know. I think.
I feel like that's what might set Superman off.
Yes, but how does she die?
Yeah, I feel like.
Is it Darkseid?
I feel like Darkseid or somebody inadvertently kills her.
Mm-hmm. Because then I think we saw Superman, he succumbed to the anti-life equation. He was after them.
I know what I would like if Darkseid kind of was fucking with Superman in a way, and then Superman killed her.
That could very well be it.
I would like that. I think that could be written in a really nice way. It'd be really good, but who knows?
Yeah, Deathstroke was with them, and the Joker.
Still iffy on the Joker, but it was the laugh was awful.
Well, that's always been his laugh.
Yeah, unfortunately.
But he had some very good lines, like that conversation that they had was cracked.
The dead eyes, dead inside one. That line.
How many pairs of dead eyes can you look into before you start to die on the inside?
I think that was probably my favorite line in the entire movie.
Oh, that's. I mean, I don't know. There's so many fucking lines in that movie.
Yeah.
Batman.
There's so many lines.
And I will fucking kill you. Wow. I mean,
let's talk about how the editing, the green screen, all that stuff, all the not necessarily
the movie
story,
just in
but
general overall looked better.
No shit ass lip.
Yeah.
That helped a lot.
Yeah.
Kind of ruined Superman in 2017.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's
ruined everything, but
yeah.
The green screen, the CGI was all better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And the coloring. When they're fighting Steppenwolf, the last mother box,
Yeah.
And in the 2017 movie, the sky was red, but the shield was blue. Why? This looked way better.
Yeah, I agree.
I liked the way that they laid out the movie in the different parts. I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
I am happy that it wasn't episodes. Fuck that. I would have been upset.
Especially when you're watching it in a theater where you're going to have to go up there.
Yeah, right.
Change it, go up there, change it, go up there, change it.
I really liked the the different parts. I
Yeah.
thought it was really good, and I liked the aspect ratio. Like, you don't lose image. That's what a lot of people think. A lot of people think that you lose the image on the sides, but you don't. It's just backed up a little bit so that you can see more on the top and the bottom. You still
Yeah.
see as much on the sides.
Yeah.
And I thought it worked really well as an artistic choice for this movie. Like, everything just felt like it came together. You know, like, this feels like Snyder's magnum opus, like his best work. It's definitely my favorite movie that he's made that I've seen. And
For
like,
me, it runs circles, in my opinion. But
yeah, I mean, for me, it's probably Watchmen after this.
yeah.
And
And
but I
then
mean,
Batman,
Watchmen's
yeah.
just a great story, you know.
Yeah.
And that's not Zack's story, but Zack had a lot to do with this story of this. So I think this is definitely, I mean, for me, this is his best work
Yeah.
to date.
Yeah.
It's his biggest. And to think that he had 2 more of these that he was going to do,
Let's just hope.
yeah, restore it. I'm on team restore the Snyderverse.
Me as well.
I am. I love Zack Snyder.
I think I can say that now. Especially with the kid and all that. It just made me,
Yeah, I mean, but like
I'm a
also,
sappy person, okay?
you know, like against all the odds too. Like, this was never going to happen. Like, you had all the people who were like, it doesn't exist. This movie, his version of the movie, is not real.
Little did they know.
Yeah, I mean, they
was-
had to do some, you know, some editing and some CGI and stuff to finish the movie, because he did leave mid project. But like, you know, it's 4 hours long. So to say that it never existed, they're just proven wrong and made to look like fools now.
Yeah.
And I'm
happy.
I feel genuine happiness in my soul that this movie is out now. You know, even if he doesn't get to continue it, like, I'm happy that we got it. Like, it's very weird.
Nobody thought it would happen.
Yeah.
A lot of people didn't think it would happen. And it did. And it broke the internet.
And like, I also felt like I liked Man of Steel and Batman vs. Superman, and it's weird to think that I was content with that before watching this movie. Like, I was okay with that.
I wasn't.
I wasn't okay with 2017 Justice League, but I was content with those 2 movies. And
yeah, I wasn't.
This is here now, and it was so much like, I don't even. There's so.
He told the story perfectly, in my opinion. There's nothing I would have changed.
There's so much more to come, but we don't know if we'll ever fucking see it.
Yeah.
And I think if they do, let him do it. They gotta just let him do it, man. Like, don't get in his way. Just let him make the movie, if we're being honest. Because this was his vision, you know? And this was great. This was amazing. And I fear that they would be like, okay, you can come make your movies. But they're still going to be like, no, 2 hours. 2 hours, no more. Take it or leave it. Like, fuck that.
Raise it an hour. 3 hours is good, but
like
2 hours is not enough for what his vision would be.
Yeah.
At least I would assume.
Mm-hmm. Like, I don't see, this is the spoiler section, and we're not even barely fucking talking about any spoilers because
I
don't know what to say about. I don't know what to say. I'm kind of speechless.
I didn't really write anything for.
I didn't write anything
story wise. Oh, another thing I really liked is the fact that reviving Superman was an actual big deal, unlike the 2017 version. They just bros breezed past it, act like it just happened, and it didn't really have any purpose.
Yeah.
And I also think the black suit kind of added to that.
Yeah, the black suit. Like, I don't know why he chose the black suit necessarily. but I like the black suit. Like I don't
There
necessarily.
has to be some reason.
Yeah,
Just never
and
know.
maybe I just am not thinking about it correctly. But
I feel like he might have done it just
or
because,
maybe it's
like,
just supposed to be like a rebirth type of thing. Like
he didn't want to do the
he's
red
a
and blue.
new, like
And he kind of, I feel like he kind of wanted to go with like Batman's black thing, because you remember earlier when Wonder Woman said it was a black lasso. Is that what it was?
Yeah, she was like, make sure it's in black. That's
Yeah.
it,
I feel like Superman could have also done something similar, but like he already had it
I don't know.
from earlier or something. I don't know.
I'm
know the
very
backstory
happy
behind
with
the suit. So.
the trajectory of Batman's character in this movie. I mean, comparatively to the 2017 movie, because I hated it in the 2017 movie. I hated the 2017 movie. We've gone over this, but I just really liked Batman in this movie. I liked everybody. I really did. Like
There's nobody that I didn't like.
I genuinely, really loved this movie, and I don't know if that's the end of it.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I mean, I hope not.
I hope not, just for the fact of what happened at the end with the
Well, Darkseid's coming.
exactly
He said they're going to do it the old-fashioned way.
with like the Martian guy and all that stuff.
Yep, Martian Manhunter.
Yeah,
Tyrese lost his mind when that happened.
I didn't even know who he was.
You don't know who the Martian Manhunter is?
I had no idea.
He's a prominent member of the Justice League
Yeah.
and like the animated stuff, especially.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
from what
why.
I've seen.
I've not watched any of that.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I forgot what I was going to say. Earlier, when I was talking about his kid, or Snyder's kid and everything, I think it was kind of cool because they were telling like the dad story,
Yeah.
and then they did that. And
Yep.
It just seemed so perfect and a gift
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
to his granddaughter.
Yeah.
That's why I shed a tear, because it was just
In your mind, you were like, oh.
a full circle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I've gone on a journey.
Yeah.
I feel like I've
It felt longer than it actually was.
like
and I'm fine with that.
it's not a movie, really. It's like an actual experience. Like you don't
I felt like I was in, like, Cyborg was showing me all of it, and I was just there right next to
like
him.
I don't
doing
feel like
their
I just
thing.
watched a movie. Maybe that's why I don't really have a lot of words. I don't feel like I just watched a movie.
Yeah.
I feel like I experienced something.
Yeah.
Like it was truly like a spectacle. It was so just big,
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
loved it.
Mm. 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 Mm.
Ugh.
Just everything was better.
Yeah.
The dialogue,
But not only
characters,
like was it better,
story.
like, it was fucking it was beyond better. God damn it.
I love the Avengers movie, and just because
Directed
of
by
who
Joss
directed
Whedon.
it makes me not like the movie as much.
Yeah. Well, but Marvel is also it's less about the one director with Marvel because Marvel,
50.
like Marvel has got everything set, and planned out, and Feige has ultimate creative control.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm not trying to call Joss Whedon a terrible director, but like,
It's just kind of sad.
yeah.
They went from Avengers to that.
Yeah.
Shit
I
stain.
mean, maybe I don't know. I don't really have anything else to say about that without saying something I probably don't mean. But
I'm just speechless, honestly.
yeah, I'm not even tired.
No.
Superman was
Just
so
hungry.
much better in this. Everybody was. when I heard Russell Crowe talking, Jor-El, I was like, oh my God. And then Jonathan Kent comes in. Man. And you get that Man of Steel music. I love the Man of Steel music. God damn it. And the thing is, like, Lex was in the end of the movie. Lex Luthor.
Mm.
He has a cracked theme.
Mm.
His theme is amazing.
Mm.
And, like, I understand why people don't like Lex from Batman v Superman and stuff. I get it. To me, I'm fine with it because I really like a lot of his lines. But like I definitely understand because it's completely different from anything that we've seen as Lex Luthor in the past. Like that's just not the character that we've seen. So I get that. But he has grown on me, I would say. Like at the end of this, I was like, I liked this. I liked it. You know, he's like working with all these people. He's sneaking around. I like it, you know. But like one of those endings in this movie leads into like the Batman movie that was supposed to happen. That, I mean, ain't gonna happen. I don't think.
Probably not now.
Because
with the new
Affleck.
Batman.
I mean, right now Affleck is not. You know, he's not Batman, and that was what that movie was supposed to be. I think, as far as I know, Deathstroke versus Batman, basically. But so that's pretty much out the window. And what a weird second nightmare scene. Like, what the hell? It's very confusing. Lois is definitely dead. They're with the Joker. Who was all there?
Joker, Mira. What is that her name?
I don't even remember.
Mara.
One of them.
Deathstroke.
Yep. Batman.
Flash. Batman. That was it. Cyborg.
Yep.
That was it.
Well, Superman did show up there, but he's against them.
Yeah.
I don't know how they would possibly win that. Because they would be going against...
Especially if Lois is dead.
Yeah.
They ain't winning anything. Cyborg is the only one that has a chance. Cyborg and Flash combined could probably take him.
Yeah, I don't know.
Kind of. Even then, they can't take him. You don't want to piss off Superman. It's the last thing you want to do.
Unless you've got a...
Unless you're Darkseid.
Mm-hmm. Or Doomsday. Yeah. It's very hard to do this. Just because...
If it wasn't 4 hours, we'd be fine. But
yeah. And just, it's so epic that it's also just... It's hard to put everything into perspective and to remember, like, every little detail.
Yeah.
Because, like we talked about, it feels like less of a movie watching and more of a experience. But, like...
And we don't want to wait too long before we get this video out.
Yeah.
Because we can't watch this again.
Yeah, no.
Definitely not right now.
Yeah. It really felt like everything got its time.
Yeah.
You know? Like...
And even then, we can talk more about this when we do our rankings on all the DCEU video or movies. We can just talk about more because we're gonna watch the movie again. Yes.
I mean, I gotta wrap my head around a lot of what I just saw. Like, it's so weird.
Not much to talk about from my end.
It's just weird because it's so different from what a lot of the other...
Yeah.
You know, it's definitely not a Marvel movie.
No.
Fuck the world. I will fucking kill you. It's definitely not a Marvel movie.
Marvel can't do that unless you're Deadpool.
No, yeah, they're not going to do that. Imagine Disney letting them do that. Ain't going to happen. First episode of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. They're just throwing F-bombs around.
No, that's definitely not gonna happen. I could see like Iron Man doing it, but his ass is fucking dead.
Yep. Spoilers, but we are in the spoiler section.
I mean, if you don't know that happened, then you're just living under a rock.
Yeah.
Well, I think I'm done. So.
Yeah, there's just a lot of uncertainty surrounding these characters,
Yeah.
the actors, the directors, this whole shebang. And I think that's really sad. Because right now, we don't know what the deal is with this guy. This guy's out.
Or anybody. We don't know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah. Except for Wonder Woman. But a lot of people didn't like that movie.
And if the nightmare was somewhat true, what happened in the second one, then Aquaman is dead or at least injured.
Yep.
To the point where he can't fight. Wonder Woman was missing. She wasn't there.
Yeah, she wasn't there.
Granted, I don't know what happens in. Oh, well, that Wonder Woman 84 happens before. That's a long time
84.
ago.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know what happens to Wonder Woman. She could be fucking dead for all we know.
Yeah, I don't know.
And we might never know.
So Batman, his nightmares have to come true. Except I don't think the one in Batman versus Superman necessarily, because I think a lot of that was him like actually dreaming about like when he sees Superman soldiers, it's in his head. He's thinking, you know, like that. He's definitely fat dreaming about things. But like Darkseid's coming. He said that he's coming.
That's a certainty, yeah.
Right. And that's what he has dreamt of. You know? So, like, to a certain degree, he is having premonitions about things.
They have to be at least somewhat true.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if we'll ever know.
Probably not, unless Snyder just says, here's what I was going to do.
He did some of that for this movie. Because it was an absolute, it's not happening.
Yeah.
I mean, so.
Look at us now.
I just need everybody to like this movie as much as we do. And then.
Like the movie.
And then maybe we can have more.
Like the movie.
Yeah.
Like the movie. Okay. I got anything else to say? I don't.
I don't. I just. I mean, I do.
I do, but I don't.
I don't know how to.
I do, but I can't put them in a word.
Yeah, I can't really formulate
unless I watch it again.
Yeah.
Which won't happen for a while. Not a while, but yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
We should talk about it.
Watch the Snyder Cut. Okay, watch Man of Steel. Watch Batman versus Superman. And then watch the Snyder Cut.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Don't watch 2017. Trust me.
Oh.
Trust us.
Literally don't. Just don't do it.
Trust anyone.
Like we did it because we wanted to be able to comparatively look at these films.
Yeah.
But you don't have to do that anymore. You don't have to go through that suffering anymore.
Yeah, don't.
You really don't have to. And I just think that everyone that is a comic book hero fan, like a superhero movie fan, should see this. But you got to see Man of Steel and Batman vs Superman first.
You need to understand it before.
Yeah, at least those two. I mean, there are other movies, but at least those two. But I'm saying but a lot. Seriously, watch the movie. Like, if you ended up on this video, whoever you are, this is your sign. Don't hesitate any further. And if you have seen it, if you didn't, you couldn't have just been. If you didn't like it, I feel like you're just a hater.
Watch it again.
You don't have to say that it's the greatest movie ever, but like,
Watch it again.
Just it's
Yeah.
it's such a cathartic. I feel fulfillment in my soul. Like a void that I didn't even know was there has been filled.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Just watch the movie.
We also do a lot of other.
You haven't.
We do a lot of other stuff that isn't this. This is our first review that we've ever done.
I'm gonna do more.
Typically, we react to things.
Yeah.
So I mean, check out that stuff that we're working on,
please.
But yeah, we are going to do some ranking stuff soon with these movies, and just I think superhero movies in general. But we also will be doing it for this DCEU.
It should be out soon, hopefully.
In the relative future, we still have some movies that we have to get through.
Yeah,
but stay tuned for that and all the other stuff. I mean, just it's not that hard to hit the subscribe button. I mean, thanks for watching. Bye, guys.